EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
Let's go now.
But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Jason Myers, the kickoff for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on second and long. Stroud. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
Complete to Michael Pittman. It's a gain of 13. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third and 9 here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, You're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Stroud out of the gun here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go! Got it.
The
Ready?
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is taken in by the tight end fan. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam, and he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Texans 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's It's now 28-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Texans 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28, Texans 14.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It completes it once more to Anderson. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Stroud on third down now. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. And fights through one man. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. That puts them in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Walker once more. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a route is on here in this first half.
Texans 14. Jason Myers to kick off for
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Breaks through the contact. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Pierce will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Stroud's throw complete here to Ayuk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
65 line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and marking at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So he stopped for no gain. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Check.
They'll run for it with Pierce. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Pushing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, they go right back to Pierce. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Dragon 60.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! Michael Pittman, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
49, Texans 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. The drive starts with a completion left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw.
22-yard line.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Texans 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. That's a good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. Ready?
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Stroud to throw it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll drop to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 41-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. Quick throw there. It is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain an 18-point lead. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jared Stingley picks it.
And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Stroud working out of the gun.
This is caught. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3. And now they're in the hurry up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he fakes his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
Damian Pierce
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the try here for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Derek Stingley puts it, and the Texans are right back in this football game. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
70 Rangers.
Stroud looking to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The throw over the middle taken in. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A quick throw out to Lockett. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
their own 15-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Draymond Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Big Lion. Go.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here goes tonight.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They said that